Hello everyone, welcome to the Nordschleife in Germany for the fifth and final round of the 2018.1 South African simGT series. I'm Jason Holden-Jones and I'm excited to cover this race this evening. Unfortunately I'll be flying solo in the commentary booth this evening, but perhaps our co-commentator Werner Hinnop will join us later on. Who knows, let's see. But I certainly wouldn't mind some company up here. But at the moment we've got 13 minutes left in the session of the 45-minute qualifying session, and at the moment it is Christopher Langeveld leading the way ahead of this man Marcus Steyn on screen, and Langeveld with the 8:14.8 lap time. But I do see, because we're having a bit of an issue with our tower timing for the moment, it should come right for the race, but for qualifying, in fact, I see Boyd Bryson in second with Carl Swanepoel in third position, and then Steyn in fourth position, followed by Quay Claessens in fifth, Shashira and Shod in sixth, Chris Heineck in seventh, and yeah, that's the top seven for the moment. We should have around 20 runners this evening around this very long circuit. And of course, the circuit is the most challenging in the world by quite a margin. It's taken quite an effort in practice for all the drivers to get up to speed with it. But certainly Chris Langeveld has laid down the gauntlet here with the 8:14. It's a very quick lap time. And shout out to Rian Lamprecht in the YouTube live chat. Welcome, sir. Thanks for the sound check. Yeah, if you want to come join me in commentary, welcome to do so as well. You won't be able to join the server, but you can join me on Discord if you like. Yeah, let's see how we go. We've got just over 11 minutes remaining in the session. Yeah, let's see who is improving. Steyn makes a mistake there, off he goes. But Quay Claessens is looking to improve by 2 seconds. Yeah, Alex, we're having a bit of an issue with the timing board at the moment, so we've got two boards left over each other, just to keep track of things for the moment. No worries, Rian. No worries that you can't join me in the commentary booth. Shout out to Alex in the YouTube live chat, welcome. Yeah, we'll get rid of the second tower as soon as they line up again. This is something wonky with the timing for the moment. But yeah, this is the final race of the season actually. In fact, I don't think we'll have a Division 2 race on Wednesday evening, because it looks like everybody wants to do this race here this evening. So we'll wrap up the season. It's 2018.1 season. I mean, it's been really exciting and I've been very happy with how it's gone after all the work that I put in from a management perspective. And it's really paid off. And a big thank you to everyone who's contributed this season, all the entries this season. Everybody's been driving and offering suggestions and getting stuck in commentary and live streaming. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you all very, very much. And of course, this is not the final race of the year by no means. We've got the 2018.2 season happening in mid-July or so. So if you're watching this, you want to get involved in the racing, yeah, we're starting about mid-July. The calendar will be announced in the next couple of weeks or so. And yeah, we get to announce what we've got planned for 2018.2. To watch Chris Langeveld leaving the pits now. And he'll be on an out lap, but he won't get round for another lap, I don't think. Let's see how we go. We should actually get around for another lap, but let's see if they'll finish it. So Swanepoel stuck up into third position behind Bryson. Judd Watt's gone to provisional pole position with the 8:13.3, a very good lap time that is by Bashir Judd Watt. Our 2018.1 South African simGT Drivers Champion for the season, already wrapped up during the last round at Road America already. But it is the team's championship that's yet to be decided. Redline Racing against Ghostworks. Ghostworks does have the upper hand going into this race, but certainly Redline can take it away from them if they have a good race. Yeah. And calls from in the YouTube live chat about getting the balanced performance finalized, so you can get choosing the cars and painting. Absolutely, I'm with you. I think yeah, I will get started with work on the BRP this week and get that finalized as soon as possible. I think that it will be pretty predictable what the changes will be, but yeah, I'll get that done as soon as I can. And Alex says, go Claessens. So Craig Claessen's got a fan here. Great to see. Yeah. So let's see what everybody else is doing. And we've got Sushil Ranchod is really impressive. It's just joined some race South Africa. I think this might be his third race or so. But yeah, really getting to grips with the McLaren quickly. And, looking pretty good here at the Nordschleife, must be said. In fact, I'm going to kill this the one timing board to stop the confusion here. Okay. So at the moment it is Judd Watt from Langerveld, from Bryson, from Swanepoel, from Steyn, from Henbury, from Claessens, from Heineke, Ranchard, and JAC. Who could that be? Doesn't come to mind for the moment. But Ranchard, half a second down, his best after so far. Let's just go down the order. Langerveld still on an outlap. Matthew Boyd on outlap as well. Judd Watt's in the pits. I think he's had enough for this session. Just go down the order here. Yeah, everybody's in the pits already. Ryan Hill is out. He's got Boyd Bryson just behind. Bryson up half a second. And Hill's going to let him go. But it did cost Bryson some time, that. And Bryson trying to challenge Langerveld for second position if he can. He's lost a bit of time there, unfortunately, behind Hill. But of course, Hill's got every right to be there as well. He's also there to set a lap time in qualifying. And Bryson just catching him there at the wrong stage. But down the stretch we go. Bryson up 2/10 of a second. It won't worry Langerveld for second. Bryson should be able to get another lap done before the session is done. Bryson should marginally improve here. And really it's just Langerveld and Bryson still out. Let's go find Langerveld. So I think with the end of his flying up, it will be the end of the session. Helden is out now. Helden is down in 12th position, not where he wants to be. Sorry for my skipping screens here. Sparks now on an outlap, I think, as well. Here's Langerveld. Let's see what. Oh, he makes a mistake there, riding the curb. Just that was my team principal of RPM just confirming they'll be back for 2018.2. Great news. And of course, RPM running the 2018.1 South African simGT series, racing the Formula 2 car. So success finally for that team. And Ghostworks, of course, wrapping up the Sprint Q Championship, and now they're looking at this championship as well, of course, which is going down to this race, of course. And only a threat from Redline. So Langerveld and Helden is. So we're watching Langerveld now, part of Redline. It's been quite an intense rivalry between Langerfeldt and Judd Watt throughout the season, and Oliphant as well, and a couple others too. So it's been a much closer season with the BOP implemented, and hope they're looking to bring in the cars even closer in the 2018.2 season. And yeah, of course, the balance performance is extremely difficult to get perfect, but yeah, we'll try and improve it season to season. And of course, all eyes on the new Assetto Corsa coming. Assetto Corsa Competizioni, if I get that right, I can't pronounce it normally, but I think that was a pretty good effort. Coming, yeah, we think it might be ready in 2019. Early access on Steam coming now, I think, June, July time. Might be a bit later. We'll see what happens, but hopefully be ready for 2019 and 2019.1 season. So I hope they give us all the tools needed to run a league. I'm sure they will. But yeah, for 2018.2 it'll be at the normal set of courses still, of course. And, we run the South African simGT series definitely as the main championship once again. But the qualifying races have not been decided how each driver will earn a spot per round. Of course, to be announced within the next couple of weeks. But it is still Judd Watt on provisional pole position with the 8:13.3. Almost 1.5 seconds faster than this man Langerfeldt. Langerfeldt now slowing down for some reason. Perhaps he's trying to make room to the car in front. Shout out to Hugo de Witt. The live chat, welcome. Hope to see you racing again, Hugo, eventually. Again. Sweet. You heard it here first, people. Hugo will be back for 2018.2. The rumors can stop now. Let's go on board with Chris Langerfeldt, someone who's really impressed this season. I just hope that Langerfeldt will be able to finish this lap. Sometimes the server likes to cut the session short, unfortunately, on the last lap, but it does hit over time, so that looks like a good sign for Langerfeldt. Getting the power nice and early. He's 2/10 down on his best lap time so far, so he's going to look to improve on that if he can. Let's see. Nice through that section. Improved slightly by 1/10, but still not better than his best delta so far. No, he's improving 6/100ths, 1/10 of a second already. Oh, he made a mistake, just pushing a bit too hard there, but he's up on his delta, wow. 10th through Flugplatz we got. You'll see the car's catching some air here as Langerfeldt gets there as well. Jonathan Benz is saying that he'd like to see the Audi and Lambo, amongst others, become a viable choice 2018.2. Yes, absolutely, I want to see that as well. I'd like to see a lot more of a varied spread across the field, the different cars. And that's certainly something I want to address for the new season. So Langevaart's not quite improving just yet. It's everybody in the pits except for Langevaart and Boy for the moment. Perhaps everyone's just conserving their energy for the long race ahead. Just 10 laps around the circuit to make up the 90 minutes. So Langevaart playing it cool here. He's got the whole track to himself basically. Everybody's cut their race short, or their session short, perhaps getting prepared for the long race ahead. But Langevaart's out here qualifying, but is it going to pay off? He's almost a second slow in his best delta so far. Hopefully those tyres are going to come in towards the end of the lap. And Langevaart is on the, I think he's on the soft tyre here. Oh, he's made a mistake. Oh, he's gonna stop. Yeah, so he's cut that run short. And let's see if anybody else is on track. I think Boy is still out on track. Let's go. Sorry for the flashing. There we go. And Boy is up a second. Is he gonna improve? Yeah, he could be challenging Lindsay Ray for 11th if he keeps this up. 1.5 seconds now. Hugo just saying awesome track for the finale. Yes, I think so too. I'm actually thinking about making it a tradition. Maybe run this track at the end of each season. Oh, Boy's made a mistake. He's thrown it all away. No, he's lost it. He's going to cut that short, and I think that's the session done and dusted. The last qualifying session for 2018.1 is done. We got a minute to go before we, I think, change over to the next session. And everyone will just be settling the nerves, getting ready for the start of this race. And, yeah, let's all go, yeah. But for the moment, it is Bashir Judd Watt from pole position. Christopher Langevaart will start from second. Boyd Bryson from third. Good run by Boyd Bryson. Carl Swanepoel from fourth. Stain from fifth. Hembury from sixth. Claessens from seventh. Heineke from eighth. Run shot good session for him. Starts from ninth position. And Gustav Jacobs completes the top 10. Lindsay Rain 11th. Matthew Boyd 12th. Peter Gelnes from 13th. Lario from 14th. Stieg from 15th. Good effort by him. Stephen Sparks from 16th, Mayer from 17th, Rania from 18th, and Ensland from 19th position. And we've got a minute and a half remaining before the start of this race. And we do have a sort of a pacing phase where the drivers will go until the Dunlop corner and then accelerate out of that corner to start the race. And they don't do an entire formation lap like we normally do, pace lap. They will just go, I think it's maybe 1 or 2 kilometers into the lap 1, and they'll speed up to race pace. So, I'm just remember to remove my car from the grid, as I was famously done a couple of times this season. I'm actually not happy to admit that, but there we go. Alex, can you see the overall placings anyway? Yes, Alex, we will be able to see the overall placings once the race gets underway. I'm hoping our tower will come right, our timing tower will come right for this race. Otherwise, I'm going to have a problem as well. But I think it's just a long circuit, it's sort of messing with the app, it seems. Oh, you mean the championship standings? Yes, I will show that shortly. We'll just quickly go through before the start of this race. Okay, I'm safely in the pits. Yes, I am. Great. Right, in the Drivers' Championship, Bashir Jadwat has in fact won the Drivers' Championship already because the worst round falls away in the season, of course, and if Jadwat is to get 0 in this race, he would win the championship anyway. So Jadwat's already won the championship. He's got his prize of that beautiful SimTech X3 button box. It was kindly sponsored by SimTech Simulation, Port Elizabeth. Christopher Langefeld in second, Osmar in third, Marcus Steyn in fourth, and Chris Heineke completes the top 5 in the Teams Championship. Is Squadra Ghostworks leading the way ahead of Redline Racing. Those two teams fighting for the overall championship this race. And yeah, Reaper Ghostworks in third, Synergy Sparta in fourth, and RP Madcape completes the top 5. But the race is about to get underway. So here's the field rounding Dunlop, and they'll be able to speed up to race pace from the end of this corner. And there's go, Jadwat is away, and off he goes. He's got a good jump there on Langefeld, it seems. And yeah, off we go to start the final race this season. And Jadwat's got a nice lead there. Oh, Stan's making a move on, who's that? I think it is Swanepoel. And Stan's got him. Stan's got his man already. So Stan's on a mission here. He wants to get up there with Jadwat and take this team championship for Ghostworks. And down the back straight we go on the GP part of the circuit, of course. And well, we got Bryson making moves on Langefeld. Look at this boy, Bryson, up the inside. He's got him. Wow. And Bryson's incredibly fast in practice as well. And he's looking to do something in this race. He hasn't won a race for a while yet, SimRace South Africa. He is a former South African simGT champion. No, don't you forget, he knows what he's doing here. Bryson making moves there. Can he get off to Jadwat? That's the question. Ooh, he knows to tail right down the field, yeah, as you would expect at the start, I suppose. But, this is where it starts getting challenging and twisty nature of this legendary circuit. I'll be trying to keep ahead of the battles as much as I can and catch the action as we go. So Gelnes and Sparks nice and close together now. And Gelnes is wanting to get further up the field. He is to challenge Ghostworks for the team's championship. He doesn't want to be down in 13th. He needs to be ahead of Steyn there in 4th position. So let's see what he can do from there. We've got some action here. Who's fallen back? It's Cinnerain, is it? No, I think it's Steeg. Steeg's fallen back. He's fallen back from 15th to 19th, I think it is. So going to see Carl Steeg here in the Division 1 race, and Insulin now is going to run on Lindsay Reyes. The car's catching air through Flukplatz. Whoa, Insulin, whoa, a wild ride through there. Oh, he's still having a wild ride. Can he get it stopped? Here comes Cinnerain. Oh, just misses Cinnerain. Wow, that was very close indeed. But, so Insulin survives another run. Let's go and have a look at the Langefeld Steyn battle. So Bryson's up to second now, and Langefeld won't be liking that very much at all. And we've got Mark Hembry then in 6th position. I think he's somewhat of a Nordschleife specialist, would you say? It's such a great run. I think it was 2 seasons ago before he made the mistake in the GP part of the circuit, which cost him a very good result. But Steyn is looking to make a move on Gelnes. I think this is the battle to watch for the moment. Let's go on board with Marcus Steyn. Oh, and Langefeld makes a mistake there as well on the Mercedes-Benz. On board on the Ghostworks Nissan of Marcus Steyn, currently in 4th position. So, oh, something's happened in the back there, boys. Oh, what's happened to boy? Oh, he's got heavy damage to that Synergy Racing Nissan. I think he sort of burned out those tires at the same time, so that isn't going well for Synergy Racing's Matthew Boy. Had a great run out in the last simGP round at Spa, did Matthew Boy. I think he scored a 4th or 3rd or 4th in one of the races. Great to see Boy getting better and better. And Stein has fallen back from Langeveld. Let's go and have a look at the Insolent battle. Wow, Insolent getting very aggressive there. I think it's more correcting his own car than making a move on Cinerain. Great to see Amri Cinerain racing again at SimRace South Africa after quite a long break. But, back in the Nissan. And it's going after Lindsay Ray for 14th. There's Cinerain. So everyone just trying to get calm here on this opening lap. Let's get settled with the car. Oh, Hembreeze! Oh no! Mark Hembreeze hit the wall, it looks like. Some sort of a spin at least. And he will recover in 11th position. Ferrari looking pretty beaten up for the moment. Oh, is that car okay? Oh, it's quite a slow corner as well, that right-hander. So, see Lindsay Ray having a go at Holden-Jones. It's the battle for 13th position. Holden-Jones got quite a bit of damage on the car as well. What's involved? Hembry. Is Hembry waiting for somebody? Oh, who's gone off in the background? I think that's Cinerain. The carousel. Oh, that car's heavily damaged, I think. I think he's contemplating retiring, is Mark Hembry. No, Mark, don't do it. Get around. No, don't do it. Oh, Hembry is out of this race. Into the pits he goes. So it is Judd White, our leader. He's got about a 3-second gap to Bryson. So Bryson trying to keep Judd White honest. Hembry in the pits, of course. Perhaps the car is too damaged to navigate the track safely. Perhaps he's worried about the other drivers. So that's pretty thoughtful if it is that. But yeah, we got two Nissans in the front and a Mercedes-Benz, another Nissan and another Mercedes-Benz. There's the top 5. Run shot has got Heineke for 7th, that is. So Run shot having a good. Oh, Hembry's left the serve, unfortunately. Perhaps he just felt it wasn't worth carrying on. So, would have been a long race, Mark. But anyway. Run shot doing a solid job in 7th position, and I think he's the best McLaren so far. He's a short Run shot. Lario's put a move on Jacobs for 9th. Simtech McLaren through on the Smith Racing Porsche. Down the long backstretch we go. Has the Porsche got the legs on the McLaren? I'm looking at the wrong car here. We can look back from the McLaren, why not? There we go. The Porsche is not exactly catching up very quickly. Yeah, here comes the Porsche now. It's got the top end. But I think that Porsche might run it a straight here. Oh, we're going to be very careful here. This quick left-hander and then right-hander. McLaren much better through the corners. Look at that. Leaves the Porsche behind. Jason Absma in the YouTube live chat. Will we see some popular tracks back in 2018.2 like Paul Ricard and maybe Red Bull Ring? That sounds like a plan. Absolutely, nothing's out of the question. I also like those 2 circuits myself. I'm not quite sure why I didn't include Red Bull Ring this season. Perhaps there was a conflict with the DLCs, but I think the Red Bull Rings with the... is it the red pack? I'm not quite sure. I have to have a look again. But yes, certainly the Red Bull Ring Assetto Corsa version is an absolute beauty of a circuit. Jacobs now has got back past Laurier. Wow, missed that battle. Not too much about circuits. Yeah, so good battle this is between these two. Let's go on board with Laurier. Looks like he's got a run on Jacobs. Maybe look up the inside. Nope. Thinks the oh, he unnerves Jacobs to some extent. Nice passive aggressive move there. Trying to flood Jacobs' mirrors in that Porsche. Always got a good run now. Let's see what he can do with the slipstream now. Here comes the McLaren. Pulls out side by side with the Porsche. Jacobs cuts across. Wow, Laurier's got nowhere to go. And says, nah, bro, not this time. We're going to have to try again. Into the chicane we go. Jacobs got a better run through there. A little bit of lag there for Jacobs. At the Nordschleife part of the circuit. Tight left-hander, off camber. It'd be tricky now. This is McLaren should be a lot better than Porsche. Let's see what happens now. Stieg into the pits. Carl Stieg with a problem, it seems. Nice drive out of that corner from Ario. Once past there. On board, of course, of the SimTech simulation, McLaren. Through Flugplatz now. Get some air. Nicely. Fast right hand. This is the error. The McLaren should pay dividends here. He's chasing down the Porsche nicely. So here is in the live chat. Yes, SSC is a completely new game. I'm not quite sure what they're doing with the set of course of physics, if they're just porting it across, but it looks like they're remaking just about everything. And it's basically going to be an improved Assetto Corsa with night and rain. That's the idea. An official Blancpain GT series game. So we're excited to see what the esports side of it means. We're going to be able to run an official Blancpain GT league or whatever it's going to be. Let's see what happens. So, Mario now trying to hassle Jacobs now. Porsche just getting the power a bit better down that last corner. Just leaving a bit of a gap back to the McLaren, but this is where the McLaren should catch up now. Very cautious from both drivers through there. Just weighing each other up there. We've got something action in the back. The Cinerain's gone backwards again. It's down to 17th. Whoa, a bit of moment there. Valerio does very well to hang on to it though. Very well. Pushing the field, spreading out pretty quickly. This is the only real battle to watch for the moment. Yeah, how's he? It's been a long time, man. So good, so good. Oh, whoa, to close the gap quickly there. Yeah, these are the strengths and weaknesses between the cars. You've got the Porsche, which is a bit better out of the corners, but the McLaren's got far better aero through sort of mid-corner, sort of entry and mid-corner. Look at that again, catching up to it with it running in. It's going to try and go around the outside. That'll be brave. Oh, Jacobs is squeezing Laurier there a bit. Flat out there, got to be brave through here, and then got quite a tight right hand at the end of this, which you got to get on top of pretty quickly, otherwise you'll be off into the barrier. So, oh, this is what happened there. A little bit of it's two left-handers first, and then the tight run is coming up somewhere here. I haven't been around the circuit for a while, I must admit. Where's the tight right-hander? Here it is, here it is. I haven't lost my mind. Oh, a bit of a mistake here from Laurier. Keeps it on the barrier. And Jacobs has opened up the gap to around a second. It was about 0.3 of a second. And Judd Watt is now leading by around 4.5 seconds. Don't see anyone else really having a battle. This is the one to watch, I think. It's the one that catches me out quite often. But I don't seem to have a problem with that. Oh, Laurie with great power application there. I think he's a lot quicker than Jacobs, but Jacobs has just been able to defend. This is not really a part of the track that you can easily pass. And we've got Hill in the pits as well. Oh, here comes Loria. No, has a look, but no, Jacobs is on top of it. We've got Ranchard and Heineke suddenly very close together. Let's have a look and see what's going on here. On board with Chris Heineke. Oh, a bit of air there for Heineke. So we're on board with the Reaper Ghost Works Nissan. Chasing down Ranchard. Player 1 Racing, I think the team is called. And Ranchard will be looking to open up the gap to Heineke before the long back straights. When the McLaren's not as quick as Nissan down that back straight. This is the straight I'm talking about, but I think Ranchard's got enough of a margin there to stay ahead by the end of this long straight, but let's just see how close they are towards the end of it. Some action in the back there. I think Sparks has passed Mayer for 15th. This is really closing in there. We've got, oh, we got some action in the back row. Laurier's got a run on Jacobs. This is interesting. Who said the McLaren doesn't have top speed down the straight? Let's see what happens now. Laurie on the outside. Well, let's spray a bit of dust as well. Oh, side by side with the Porsche. Is Jacobs going to hang on to that car? Oh, Laurie is looking around the outside. No. So, great to see the McLaren hanging with the Porsche. Wow. Unless that Porsche is running a lot of wing, could be. Down to turn 1 we go. Back with the Heineke Ranchard battle for 7th position. Oh, Heineke's got to run a Ranchard up the inside. He's having a look. No, hasn't quite got that move done. Ranchard's run wide. I think. Oh, they make slight contact there. Ranchard getting the old hip and shoulder there. Ranchard's going to have to defend here. Is Heineke going to have a go? Oh, he's going to be brave. Yes, Heineke's got the inside line. Ranchard's going to run the outside. Nicely done. Good driving. Ranchard's still got the inside line. Heineke going the outside. Yeah, I'm sure Heineke's got that move done. Let's see what happens now. Yeah. So Heineke up into 7th position with a great move on Ranchard. Let's go back to the Jacobs-Lario battle as we approach the Nordschleife part of the circuit again. Oh, Lario looking to go on the outside. They're trying to unsettle Jacobs. I like the mind games being played. Sinren in the pits again. I think it's the first time he's been in the pits, I think. So we're on the third lap of 10. Heineke's left Ranchard behind by about a second. So that gap opening up straight away, but Jacobs has got his mirrors full with a determined Lario behind him in the McLaren. And Bryson just hanging with Judd Watt for the moment. The gap is only about 4 seconds. Over the last 2 laps, it's only increased by about 0.7 of a second. Lario is going for a move up the inside. Did Jacobs go off there? He went very wide. But anyway, Lario up into 9th position. Well deserved as well. It's been, I think he's pretty sick of the back of that Porsche. I think it should open up the gap pretty easily now. It's much quicker than Jacobs from what we were watching earlier. Stieg and Citroen in the pits. Stieg's in fact left the serve, unfortunately, so that's our 2nd retirement after Mark Embry. We're down to 18 runners. Yeah, welcome Hen Zero in the YouTube live chat, sir. Howdy, what platform is this racing? Used to race an R-Factor and Automobilista, keen to maybe burn some rubber again. Yeah, so we're using Assetto Corsa. Yeah, the GT3 cars, and you would need Assetto Corsa and the DLCs, all of them, to be able to race in this championship. Yeah, if you go to our website at simracesa.co.za, you can have a read on our getting started page, and I do list all the DLCs needed to be able to join the championship. And in fact, this is the last race of the current season, but the 2018.2 season, the next season, will start in around mid-July. It's planned for the moment, and you're very welcome to join us. This is PC Hen Zero. So yeah, if you're racing Automobilista and R-Factor, you'll also be on the PC platform. So yeah, if you're into competitive sim racing, this is pretty good, I think. Not the closest race this evening, of course. I think it's just the nature of the circuit. We've got boy Sanji Challenge Lindsay Ray for 13th position. And this is the closest battle on track for the moment. It's quite important, Matthew boy. And Henseri, welcome. Anybody else, welcome to join our Discord channel as well. Pretty vibrant and active there. A lot of discussions about all sorts of things, sim racing, and other things as well. Matthew boy with a good run, Lindsay Ray now. Nissan versus Mercedes-Benz power. And boy had to get out of the throttle there, and not comfortable with trying to make a move on Lindsay Ray there. Of course, boy had that severe damage earlier on. It might be affecting his driving for the moment. Now, Runchard is starting to come back at Heineken. I think that gap down to 0.6 of a second. So keep an eye on what's going on there. Yeah, Henzera, glad you thought lacquer. That's what we're trying to do here. And yeah, great stuff. Very welcome to join us next season. Also want to try and bring a bit of a sort of a teaching aspect to next season, with a sort of thinking about an academy of sorts. And there's lots of sort of obvious things you can point out from watching somebody. And I think there's just a need for a bit of knowledge sharing here at Sim Race South Africa, just to bring the field closer as well. I mean, we want to see everybody, you know, within a second of each other if possible. The whole field within a second if possible. And I think if we get the balance of performance correct, I mean, that is possible. And I think there are a lot of people that want to share knowledge about driving and how to set up the cars as well. And yeah, we have to see about putting something together for next season. It is time consuming, so it's going to have to be something that's pretty simple and straightforward. But yeah, I think we'll be okay. So Heineke's... Oh, Ranchard's got ahead of Heineke again. We missed that. Watching this battle. Boy's finally got past Lindsay Ray. So Boy up into 13th position. Let's go back to this battle. Quite sure what happened. And not any damage to Heineke's car there. So perhaps Ranchard just pulled a move on Heineke. Why not? And down the back straight we go. Let's go on board with Heineke. Let's see if we can close that gap to the McLaren. It's closing the gap now quite significantly. Look at this. Don't think Heineke's is going to be close enough for a move. He's going to have to get out the throttle now. Yes, yes. So Ranchard survives that onslaught. But look how quickly the McLaren gets away from him though. Oh, but a mistake there from Ranchard. He's going to be under pressure into turn 1 now. Down the main straight we go. Past the pit entry. Oh, here comes Heineke. Has got the run on Ranchard. Pulls out a slipstream. Into turn 1 we go. And this should be pretty straightforward. Yeah, he's got him. We've got Lario in the background there as well. He's moved away from Jacobs towards this battle. Ranchard's going to try and come back at Heineke if he can. Let's go back on board with Ranchard. I won't repeat what you just did there, Henzera, but I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's so many guys that come and you sort of join the racing for the first time, but I think there's a lot of frustration as well. Just not quite knowing how to get their driving right and perhaps the car as well. And I want to stop that. I think it's sad, sort of attract the people and everything, and yeah, it's a time issue as well. Sort of getting to everybody to try and share how to do it and whatever, and by the time you get there, perhaps the person's already gone or lost interest. And I just want to try and sort of start avoiding that if possible. Because it's an incredible thrill to be in a race and do well and to have a good battle. You don't need to win a race, you just need another car to have a good battle with, and it's the most thrilling race, thrilling thing ever, I think. And Chadna seeing Heineke getting away from him there, trying to push a bit harder, a bit understeer there. Too aggressive on the steering wheel there, he's paid for it. And Judd Watts moved away from Bryson there to a tune of about 13 seconds, and Langenfeld's getting closer to Bryson. I don't know, Bryson made an error there. But Langenfeld now just 1.7 seconds behind him, and then Boy is falling back behind Lindsay Ray again, so there's like an error there. Ranchard coming under pressure from Lario, so it's going to be a McLaren battle shortly. And we're on lap 4 of 10, so this race is going by pretty quickly, I feel. I thought this was going to be a long race. It'll feel like a long race. I mean, yeah, I've just done an extremely long race myself, so I suppose any race compared to that is short. So yeah, I did the 24 hours of Le Mans in the Virtual Endurance Championship for the RSA Protea Sim Sports team. And, of course, the team made up of some of the drivers from SimRace South Africa. And we had a fantastic time at Le Mans. And we were, we were in Division 2. There were, I think it was 30 cars on track. 3 different classes, LMP1, LMP2 and GTE, and we were driving a Corvette C7R GTE, and Lance Garacino qualified the car in 2nd position, and we started from 2nd, and I think we fell back to 4th position through the night, and then fought ourselves back to 3rd position. And then I took over the car for the final stint, and unfortunately had a bit of an error at the Porsche curve, so went off the circuit. I had to come into the pits with an hour to go, but we did cross the line in 4th position. I'm very proud of our efforts. And I was together with Lance Carrasino, Boy Bryson, Chad James, myself, Gabriel Rousseau. Yeah, a great sound. Welcome, Driving Obsession, to the YouTube live chat. Hello back. Welcome, welcome. And yes, Sushi Ranchard already starting to hassle Heineke again. It's a fascinating battle this developing. 3-way battle for 7th position. So if this race keeps going like it is, there will be Ghostworks who will wrap up the Teams Championship. Oh, big moment for Ranchard. Into the wall he goes. Oh, just went a bit sideways. Laurie is going to get past him as well. Now, how damaged is the McLaren? That is the question. Gialario through to 8th position. Is he done after that error by Ranchard? Let's see if we come back at him. Now, it doesn't look like the McLaren's too badly damaged. But yeah, that's how hard these guys are pushing on this very tricky circuit. Boy, he's got to run on Lindsay Ray now. Perhaps we'll see a move from him again. Very patient through the carousel there. Very bumpy. Mistake there from Lindsay Ray. Here comes Boy. What can he do with it though? Nothing, not at the moment. Welcome, Black Widow Racing. Sounds like a teams are ready to go there. Black Widow. Absolutely. Very welcome to join 2018.2. That is in fact Peter Geldenes, 10-0. I think we did have a Christy Geldenes racing with us at one stage. And I think about Krista Nivot could be. Oh, a bit of air there for Boy, wow. Oh, a bit of a mistake there. Oh, we run slightly. Can he keep it from spinning? No, he can't. Oh, into the barrier he goes. The Boy having a terrible time in this race, unfortunately. But the car doesn't look too bad for the moment. Oh, look at our race leader, Bashir Jadwat. Look at that car. Looks like it's just come from a car wash. And, there we have it. got this car dialed in nicely, and we've got to change for second position. Langevaart is through on Bryson, so I missed that, unfortunately, off camera. But yeah, Langevaart now just 5.8 seconds behind Judd Watt. And there's Langevaart. And Boyd Bryson right there, staying not too far behind as well, so it's pretty close to the front still. I mean, we've still got 5 laps remaining. Half the race still to go. A bit more than half. Yeah, certainly not over. But this is the type of circuit where you're sort of racing the track and not the other drivers, if it makes sense. You're sort of just trying to keep alive while pushing the car as much as you can. Einstein is just 3.8 seconds behind Bryson. It's popped up to 4 seconds now is the gap, but Bryson's starting to fall backwards now, it seems. Let's see what happens. Let's see when the pit stops start happening as well. It should be around now, I think. And the next, within this lap or two. Huge air there by Bryson. Wow. And Stan. So I thought Bryson might have gone off there, catching a bit too much airtime, but no. Stan did the same thing. Of course, it's the real world. Le Mans 24 hours this weekend. Who's pumped for that? Cannot wait. So, I have to see how the non-hybrids get on with the Toyotas this weekend. I think it's going to be a bit closer than everybody realizes, but we'll just see what happens. Should be a great fight in LMP2 and the GT class. I think it's going to be exciting to watch. Also got Fernando Alonso in the Toyota as well. He's obviously desperate for another victory. Big moment there for Bryson, sideways. I wonder if his rear tyres are going off for Boyd Bryson. Stains under by the pressure now. Bryson, that gap down to 1.8 seconds. 1.6 now as well. So Stains really on Bryson now, pressuring him. Stain a bit of a moment under braking, but it gets the car stopped and clips the apex nicely, getting the power down. Takes another 10th out of Bryson. Yeah, I'm so excited about the hypercar rules for the to replace LMP1 from 2022. I think they spoke about. That'll be an interesting class. So, sounds like it's a bit of a sort of GT3 inspired sort of set of rules for hypercars. So it's won't look all too different from a road car, but obviously different internals and stuff, I suppose. But yeah, absolutely. Staines got that back to 1.5 seconds now, so 2/10 out of Bryson. Yeah, it will take some hypercar motivated manufacturers, yeah, absolutely. But I think they are really motivated. I think a lot of the manufacturers have been waiting for something like that. So I think a lot of them will be on board straight away, keen to sort of show off their technology that they've got going. And I do hope this hyperclass rule will be sort of somewhat road relevant, and if it is so, it's a perfect showcase for the manufacturers. I mean, you've got the Porsche with their fancy hybrid systems, and McLaren as well, and Ferrari too, and all the rest of them all waiting for something like that. So yeah, Koenigsegg, Bugatti, it's all waiting, we're raring to go. And yeah, they need to do something like what GT3 done. They've taken the GT road cars and altered them somewhat to become GT3, and that's what they should do with the hypercars. It's a model that's been proven to work, obviously, by Stefan Rattel of SRO. Yeah, sort of came up with the GT3 formula, and look how successful it is. It's incredible. So yeah, I think something applied like that for the hypercars is a very good idea. So here, as I talk now, Jed Watt's in the pits. Sinneran's left the server, so it's the next retirement for us. And Langerfeld is in the pits. No, Langerfeld is carried on. So Judd Watt, Steyn and Bryson all in the pits. And I think Steyn's got Bryson in the pits, has he? No. Steyn passed Bryson in the pits, I think, and then they came in and stopped together. Claessen's also in, Swanepoel in as well. This is all happening here at the halfway stage of the race. And Bryson looking to get ahead of Steyn if he can by pit exits. You see Claessen's come in as well. I think Steyn is far more aggressive on pit entry as well. So Steyn has passed Bryson in the pits. Off they go. Heineken and Ranchard also in the pit. They continue their battle from the pit lane. Larry also in, so a three-way battle coming to a stop in the pit lane. And let's see what happens. Yeah, Bryson has joined 2.2 seconds behind Steyn. I think Steyn got a massive slingshot through the pits, because yeah, we don't expect the drivers to slow down before the pit line. Perhaps Bryson did that. I suspect that's what happened. Steyn's has come flying past. Yeah, it could be Gabriel as well. Welcome, Gabriel. Yeah, it could be Boyd repair damage as well. It could be. But just seeing Steyn past Bryson in the pit lane before they actually stopped to do the pit stop, it just seemed that Steyn flew through the pit entry a bit quicker than Bryson. Let's see what happened. This is the Swanepoel Claessen's battle, so these two have come together quite nicely for us to watch. Okay, so Gabriel is pointing out his screen was cracked, but after pit was okay again. Okay, so yeah. Holden-Jones and Sparks in the pits as well. So it looks like everybody's on the pit stop except for Langerfeld. He carried on, so that's interesting to watch. Langerfeld trying to get the overcut done on Judd Watts. Bryson closing the gap to Stan, just down to 1.6 seconds. On board with Claessens. Oh, catches a bit of grass there. Was well taking on to it. Holden-Jones in the pits now. Bryson closing the gap to stay in the gap's 1.5 seconds now. So a bit of damage repair, fresh set of tyres perhaps, much to Bryson's liking there. He's closing the gap all the time to Stan. Where Langerfeld is now currently leading the race at the moment, but he needs to do a pit stop still, of course. Trying to open up that gap, that 23-second gap, to a bit more. Back with Claessens and Swanepoel. This is Wake Racing. Carl Swanepoel against Synergy Racing's Quake Claessens. Claessens has been really the rookie of the season for me. Been very impressive. The starting race at Sim Race Africa with a keyboard and a mouse, believe it or not. And I think he actually won a couple of open racing events doing that. And anyway, he's got a wheel and pedal set now. And doing very well at Sim Race South Africa. It's quite Claessens. Solid results in the simGT series at Spa last week. Claessens going to run on Swanepoel. Let's go on board with Quake Claessens and see why he navigates this part of the circuit. And Bryson's fallen back to 4 seconds behind Stan, so I think that battle's been diffused, unfortunately. Nice run by Claessens. Oh, Bryson's got Stan. What's happened to Stan? Oh, Stan's off. He's hit the barrier. And yeah, Bryson's well ahead now. It's a good 11-12 seconds now, that gap. So Bryson will be breathing a sigh of relief. The podium looking very good for this round. Judd Watts actually closed that gap to Langerfeld. Langerfeld still to stop, of course, but that gap's come down by 2 seconds, so the plan by Langerfeld to run long It's not quite working out. I think it's going to come under pressure from Bryson as well. Oh, and Bryson's made a mistake. Into the wall he goes. Oh, this is going to cost him dearly. Where is Steyn? Steyn must be right here. Not quite close enough yet. Is Steyn. Steyn's bringing Klassen and Swanepoel with him. So this is a lot more exciting now with 4 laps remaining. Suddenly the field's closed up here for 3rd, 4th, 5th. And Sick Langenfeld in the pits now. He comes in. Surely Judd Watt's going to retake the lead once Langenfeld's done here. Judd Watt's already on the start-finish straight. And, will he come under pressure from Bryson? To Bryson's mistake, I'm not quite sure anymore. Yeah, Langenfeld will get going. Yeah, Langenfeld will be safe in 2nd position. Bryson just entering the start finish straight now. Klassen has got Swanepoel for 5th position. Got a feeling it was down the long back straight. If it stays like that, Ghostworks will win this championship as well. After taking the Sprint Q championship, they will take the main South African simGT Series championship as well if it continues like this. But we've still got 3 laps of the Nordschleife left, and anything can happen, of course. Insulin in the pits now, late pit stop by him. Alec Ensign in the loud and rowdy Mercedes-Benz. Heineke goes up into 7th now. Heineke got a comfortable in 7th there, he's pulled away from Lauria and Ranchard. Ranchard lapping with Lauria still. That gap just 1.5 seconds. And after Bryson's error, Steyn's just 8 seconds behind him. Klassen is now just 1.6 seconds behind Steyn. Look, Pats, we got nice air there by the Nissans. Cool, cheers in 0. Cool man, cool chatting to you. Hope to see you next season. Bring around your ex-teammate as well, why not? Let's go and have a look at the only Lamborghini on track. Glorious sounding Audi V10. Stay on board with Morris Mayer of Haven Racing. Morris, I think, is racing with a VR headset as well, so there must have been an incredible experience around the Nordschleife. Yeah, just enjoying his race. Trying to bring it home in one piece. The Lamborghini looking pretty good, so showroom condition. Claessen's and Steyn are right together now all of a sudden. So Claessen's really coming on song now. He wants that fourth position away from Steyn. Yeah, just some advice as well. A lot of the pace that you see from the other drivers is all about braking. It's how fast you come onto the brakes, how near your braking is, and how quickly you come off the brakes again. Incredibly important to be coming fast. Something I'm learning myself. Well, we've got Claessen's with a run on Steyn. Down the back straight we go. Approaching 305 kilometers an hour. I think Claessen's got him. He's running less aero. Wow, he just breezes past Steyn like he's looking for parking. Under the bridge we go. Steyn trying to come back at him. Whoa, side by side. Wow, look at that. Oh, still side by side. Oh, look at that contact. Oh, that's ended badly. Oh, whoa. How did Claessen's hang on to that? He must have bounced off the wall and back on the circuit. So, said of course the crash physics there. But anyway, you can thank Kunos for that. And that's brought Swanepoel back into play, just 2 seconds behind Claessen's. Grassens has got away with that. Yeah. Jonathan, so when you want to give Bash weights and you want to give Marcus a penalty. Insulin now with run shot side by side towards Dunlop. And Insulin's got him. Let's see if McLaren can come back of the Mercedes-Benz on the break. Can we go? McLaren's got the inside line. Wow, look at that. Run shot's not too scared running side by side with them Mercedes-Benz. But yeah, the grunt of the McLaren, the Mercedes-Benz just showing there. And just leaving the McLaren behind there. But let's see if run shot can come back at him. Let's go on board with run shot again. Nice run through the chicane by Renshard there. Close the gap to Insulin somewhat. Let's see how the McLaren gets on through here. Whoa, Renshard's made a mistake and clipped the wall. Yes, he does. Saw that coming. And those tyres in the McLaren shot, I think. That loud and rowdy Mercedes-Benz is gone. 1.6 seconds already. Look at that. A bit of understeer happening now for them at McLaren. It'll be becoming pretty difficult to drive now. That mid-engine setup. But Holden has a bit of move on Mayer. That's a bit off of 15th. If Mayer can come back at him. But yeah, Holden is not where he wants to be in terms of the team's championship fight. Unfortunately, it's definitely going, or it is going the way of Ghostworks. Nothing unfortunate about it. It's just how it's happened. But unfortunate for Holden is, of course. And Christopher Langerfeldt. Amri says I need a quieter mouse. Yeah, that's quite possible. I don't know, I'm not quite sure what to do about that. I know what you're saying there. I think I actually need to mount this microphone on a stand that sort of goes up in the air across my desk, and so I can speak directly into it, and then I'll sort of cancel the noise away from the mouse. switch off my car idling the whole time. Does it make a noise? Can you guys hear that? We'll try to turn that off. The Heineken Lario battle's heating up once again. The gap just 0.8 seconds. Yeah, Bash has lost quite a bit of time. It's just, oh, he's got some damage, says Bashir and a bent rear wing. So Langefart just 6 seconds behind Jadwat now. So I don't know what's happened to Jadwat now. He's just focused now. He's got 2 and a bit laps remaining. He's got 6 seconds on Langefart. The gap opened up slightly. There's 6.2 now. But certainly, yeah. Jadwat's got some pretty severe damage there. Yeah, the old ironing board is a bit of bent out of shape there. A bit more aerodynamics on the right. The corners going towards the right and the corners to the left, but anyway. But yeah, we can see Langefart in the distance at the gap down to 5.8 seconds now. So Langefart's taken 0.4 out of that last sector, out of Jadwat, and Langefart smells blood here. Yeah, I've seen that active Zenvo supercar wing. Apparently it's not very good for aerodynamics, but anyway, certainly got the wow factor. Yeah, let's go back to the Klaassen Swanepoel battle. That's just half a second there between those two cars. And also right will stand there for 4th position. Swanepoel's got a run on Klaassen's. It's gone board with Swanepoel. Swanepoel opts out of it, perhaps wisely so. Langefart's catching Jadwat definitely. The gap down to 4.8 seconds. So Jadwat will be trying to refocus after that. Perhaps was an error. He was by himself, so yeah. And Langefart will be pushing as hard as possible to try and close that gap down. How much the max amount of cars on this track is 24. 24, yeah. Jadwat opening up the lead again to 5.1 seconds now, 0.3 of a second quicker now all of a sudden. Dan Langefart. On Langerfeld now. Let's see if we can see Judd Watt from his perspective. There you can see him just in the distance. It's a huge psychological win to see your opponent when you can will yourself on towards the person in front. Oh, Langerfeld pushing very hard, a bit too hard. They lost a bit of time. And Judd Watt's open up the gap to 4.8 seconds, 5.1. Oh, who's off? It's Judd Watt. Judd Watt's gone off. He's handed it to Langerfeld. Yeah, Judd Watt's recovering. Oh, I think I saw that coming after that damage. Perhaps that wing is playing a role there, but yeah, Langerfeld's through. Langerfeld is our new race leader, and we're just a lap and a bit remaining. Oh, Judd Watt's really struggling. I think those tyres are totally overheated as well. So there's a turn up for the books. Oh, Judd Watt's struggling. I wonder if you'll see him in the pits for another stop before the end of the race. But yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's a green hill for you. Judd Watt was having a perfect run until that moment. Judd Watt will be nursing the car home now. So just trying to decide if the car is drivable for another lap, or will he come in and just get that repair fixed. The repair time in the city, of course, is pretty quick and it's pretty effective. So he's got 7 seconds. Oh, it's only 7 seconds. Surprised it's not enough. He's going to fall back to sort of 6th position if he comes into the pits. I think he's just going to try carry on, not make a mistake. Yeah, sim racing can be brutal sometimes, and that's one of those moments. Swanepoel hasn't found a way past Claessens just yet. See, Swanepoel doesn't ride the carousel there. It's interesting. Uses a wider line. I haven't seen that before, unless it was a mistake, but it seemed pretty quick. Jonathan Bent. Gonna make him point it out to the whole team in the factory. I think referring to the Verstappen-Ricciardo incident at Baku. Pick him right there. Here comes Swanepoel for another go. Oh, Swanepoel pushing very hard, runs wide. Oh. Terrible mistake there by Swanepoel. Turned in and there's no grip whatsoever. Almost did the Hamilton when he was leaving the pits during the Grand Prix and just almost ran off the circuit. Oh, again. Oh, Carl's very lucky to get away with those two lapses of concentration, let's just say that. Bryson not quite able to close the gap to Jadwat. That gap stable at about 8.5 seconds. We've got Langevoort on the very final lap of this track. Jadwat's decided to soldier on with that damage. I think it's the right decision. That gap to Bryson actually opened up to 9 seconds. So great effort here by Jadwat. I think we're just going to stick with the race leader for the moment, Christopher Langevoort for Redline Racing. At this rate, Redline will not win the team championship. It goes to works, but Christopher Langevoort will be enjoying this race nonetheless to take what seems like likely victory here at the Nordschleife. Great to have another competitive, really competitive driver, Christopher Langevoort, join the championship, and been thoroughly enjoying him take on Jadwat throughout the season, and really hope to see everyone back for the 2018.2 season. I think it's going to even be a whole lot more competitive with the adjusted bop, and just the way everyone's improved this season. Been very, very impressive. It's been a pleasure to organise these events and execute them here and showcase them on YouTube. Go back to the Klaas and Swanepoel battle. It's still raging on. It's 0.7 seconds between these two drivers. Swanepoel trying to force Klaas into error, but he's been trying to do it the last 3 laps. Klaassen's really soaking up the pressure well. bit of a moment there for Claessens, out of shape. This is a 10th of a second to Swanepoel. Got Matthew Boy in the pits. Hopefully that's not a retirement at this late stage of the race. Sparks has passed Boy in the pits for 14th. Claessens hitting the rev limiter there, pushing that distance very hard. Black Widow, what steering wheel are you using? A Logitech Momo Black. That's I think I used, that was my very first wheel. I think I bought it second hand or bit or buy like 15 years ago or something. Longer than that. But yeah, you need to get yourself a 900-degree wheel, something like a G25, 27 or a T300 Thrustmaster or something like that. And then run the lock at 900 degrees for Assetto Corsa. Oh, mistake here from Claessens. Surely Swanepoel's going to get through. Oh, damage. And Swanepoel's going to avoid him. Oh, but yeah, Swanepoel is through to 5th position. He waited a long time for that, but there we go. And then also Black Widow, if you can get yourself something with a sort of a load cell brake pedal as well, that will also make a big difference. Although a lot of drivers are still very good with sort of a normal set of G27, G25 pedals. But a load cell brake pedal really made a difference to my driving, that's for certain. This is more sort of better consistency more than actual lap time, but consistency is what matters as well. Oh cool, you got it as a gift. Oh, that's an awesome gift to get. Wow. So we got Langevaart down the back stretch for the very last time this race and this season. And, just so 3 or 4 corners left for Langevaart to take victory here of the final round of the 2018.1 South African simGT series. And, yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure organising the season once again. Yeah, very much looking forward to the new season. Christopher Langevaart will cross the line to take victory here at the Nordschleife. Congratulations to him. Great drive. And here comes Bashir Jadwat, just 14 seconds behind him with quite a bit of damage. Clips the wall there for good measure. And Jadwat will get 2nd position. Boy Bryson with a solid podium result. Look at that. Bryson will get 3rd position. Congrats to him as well. And here comes Mark Costain to seal the team's championship for Ghostworks. Big congratulations to him and Bashir. Another great South African simGT series season. He certainly deserved it. Carl Swanepoel will get 5th. Good drive by him. And then Quake Claessens as well. My rookie of the season. Will get 6th position. Sean Laurie quite a way back minutes, so we'll just stick with Sean for the moment. And, Sean of Simtech Simulator Equipment is the guy who sponsored the button box that we gave away as a prize. That's was given to Bashir for winning the championship. And if you're wanting a nice customized button box, Sean Laurier is your man to make it up for you. And go and have a look on their Facebook page. Great looking stuff. And I think he also makes handbrakes and something else as well. And Laurier, down the back stretch we go. I think he's got enough in hand to finish ahead of Heineke for 7th position. Alright, we'll get 7th position. Heineke will get 8th though. We're actually going to finish the session now. That's it. Yeah, and that concludes not only this race, but in fact the 2018.1 SimRace SA season for 2018. And I just want to thank everybody for the support at SimRace South Africa. I appreciate it very, very much. And as I said before this session, I said, yeah, it was a pleasure organising the season, and I'm very much looking forward to 2018.2. Yeah, keep checking up on our website at simracesa.co.za, on our forums and on Facebook, and I'll be announcing the plans for the new season. So I think I should have everything announced within the next 2 weeks or so. And yeah, very much looking forward to that. Well, yeah, and if you want to get in touch with me and you want to get involved with the racing at SimRace SA, you're welcome to email me at jason@simracesa.co.za, or message me on Discord or in the forum or whatever. I'm always here to help, and there's no stupid questions to ask me. You can ask me whatever you like, and I'll do my best to help you. And yeah, until the new season starting in mid-July, all the best until then, and I'll chat to you guys soon. Goodbye. Cheers.